seated today. And feel free to have your legs wherever they want to land. If you're comfortable closing eyes, I invite you to do so. And we'll take a moment just to find our breath here. And if you're able to breathe in through your nose, you can do that. And out through nose or mouth, either way. Otherwise, just breathe however you can. As we're tuning into our breath, perhaps we're able to just follow our breath for a few cycles as it enters our deep nasal passages, fills our lungs, and as it exits. And after a couple breaths of just following that movement of the breath, maybe we can begin to notice some relaxation as you exhale. Or maybe just a sense of being more in tune to what's tight in your body. So as you exhale, one thing that always jumps out to me is my neck muscles. Suddenly they relax a little bit. Maybe for you it's your low back or your hips. Just kind of see if you can observe anything during your exhale. It's okay if you're not noticing anything. And I invite you to also check in mentally this morning. Just notice how you're showing up in real time. Letting go of judgment or expectation that you might have for yourself. And instead, just accepting the present moment awareness of your body right here. Taking in the surrounding sounds and the surrounding feel of the air on your skin. And I invite you, if your eyes are closed, to open them, bring some light back in. And let's take an inhale and just reach all the way up. And exhale, let the arms float back down. We'll take 3 of those. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. You know, it can feel a little hard to sit like this and reach at the same time. And then let's take hands towards knees, and we can just take a little cat-cow, so rounding your spine, and then we can lengthen and lift the spine. Feel free to move in your own range here. So if you're taking care of neck, maybe you don't want to look all the way back, maybe you just kind of tilt your chin upward, or maybe it feels good to tilt all the way back. So just work within the boundaries of your own body. And then we'll find our neutral position, one more in the seated position. Taking your right hand, and I'll mirror you, so I'll try to do opposite. Your right arm down, we'll just kind of take a reach up and over with that left arm. Planting your left sit bone, so thinking about pushing your left sit bone downward. And then let's change sides. This time planting your right sit bone. One more time, side to side. And then back to center. Let's shift onto hands and knees. And you're always welcome to give your knees or hands a break at any point, or like I mentioned before, double up some padding for your knees as you'd like to. From hands and knees, we can find a gentle bracing of your belly muscles, like you're drawing your belly towards your spine. And then we're taking the right leg, and let's just slide the heel back. Ooh, our feet might slip a bit. We'll see. Slide the foot back, and if you can, press your heel towards the floor. Line's a bit slippy, so you might not get your calf stretch here if it's slipping. So we're pushing into the hands, kind of finding a little Achilles or calf stretch on that right leg. And then let's kind of rock a little forward and back towards the toes and towards the heel. A little forward back motion. And then from here we can lift your back leg, and then option to add your left arm if you'd like to. And we'll just hold this as we work on our balance here. Bracing through the belly, strong through your right shoulder. And then let's bring arm and leg back in. Let's give the right wrist a little wiggle. And we'll swap sides. So sliding your left foot back, and we can reach the heel towards the floor. And then we can lift that back leg. An option if you'd like to add the right arm lift with the thumb angled upward. And then let's draw arm and leg in. We can give the left wrist a little wiggle there. And let's find a child's pose. So knees a bit wide-ish, heels can come together. You're welcome to keep your hips higher if that feels better than your knees and hips. Or you can rest through your forearms instead of stretching your arms all the way out. Your choice. If you're taking care of shoulders, maybe it feels better to keep the arms bent a little. From our child's pose, I invite you to take a couple deep breaths here. Trying to expand out the back of your rib cage on the inhale, then release and lengthen on the exhale. And then let's make our way back upright to hands and knees. We can do a little cat and cow, and then we'll move off our knees here. But on the inhale, dropping the navel, and on the exhale, rounding your spine. Maybe having just a little feel of like a wave coming in as we're waving our spine one direction and then the other direction, like the ocean. Noticing if there's one area of your spine that is moving and maybe another area that's like, I don't know about that this morning. Let's see what you can notice. And then eventually we're finding our neutral position with our back. Give your wrist a little wiggle again just before we pop into the down dog. From down dog, when we get there, you guys are always welcome to skip it if you prefer not to do down dog, and we'll just meet in standing. But otherwise, you can tuck your toes and we'll lift the hips and press the heels towards the floor any amount. It's totally fine to keep them off the ground. The knees can bend a little bit, and we're just shifting the hips backward, creating that nice long line down the spine. Breath in and out here. Nice work. We'll walk our feet towards our hands, bending through the knees to help you as you get closer. And then let's rise up to standing. We'll let our head catch up here to gravity. A little reach and arms to heart center. Just take a pause, feel your feet, maybe give your legs a little wiggle. And then from here, we're hinging at the hips and folding forward. Taking a moment just to let your hamstrings stretch a bit at the back of the legs. Again, we can keep our knees bent here, taking a little pressure off the back. And now let's step the right leg back long. We'll make our way up to a high lunge. So pressing into your feet, lifting. This can be a bit of a balance challenge, so if you're feeling a little unsteady, it's okay. As we're here, letting the shoulders sink away from the ears. And now taking arms to heart center. We'll shift our way down towards the mat with the hands. We can lower the hips a little bit. Planting your right arm, we can lift the left for a twist. And now untwisting. Option here to step back to plank or hands and knees or child's pose, your choice. You can do a kneeling plank too if you prefer. And then back up to down dog. Breath in and enjoy and exhale. And now walking your feet towards your hands, bending through the knees to help you as you get closer. And then we're rising all the way up. Taking a reach. This time let's sink into our chair pose here. If we're taking care of shoulders, we can keep our arms down. You can keep them at heart center. Feel free to find what feels best to you. And now folding forward. Take a moment to stretch again here. And now stepping your left leg back long, we'll make our way up to that high lunge. So we're lifting up. And yes, that transition is a tough one. Finding our breath here. And arms to heart center. Reaching down towards the floor here. We can plant your left hand and then add the right arm for a twist if you'd like to. So the left leg is back. Yep, you got it. And then let's untwist, stepping back to plank or kneeling plank. This time we're gonna take a child's pose. So we can lower the knees and rock back for child's pose. Breath in and out. And then from here, we're gonna shift back up to hands and knees, tucking toes and down dog. Walking our feet towards our hands, bending through the knees, and all the way up to standing. Arms to heart center, just take a pause, regroup, feel your feet connected to your knees and hips. The spine, your shoulders are open, and the head on top of the body. Just taking a moment to reconnect with your whole body. And then from here, we'll step your right leg back, finding a warrior one. So back heel can come down, toes are out a bit. And then from our warrior one, you're welcome to have your arms up, or you can keep them down if you prefer. Finding strength through your legs here, grounding you, and then just a nice upward energy. And from our warrior one, we're gonna spin towards the right to find warrior two. So here, the left knee will be bent, and then the right knee will be straight-ish, and the right toes are gonna be facing the pool. So if you take a peek at the right toes, they're angling towards the pool. We're letting the shoulders settle a little, just in case they're trying to creep up towards the ears. And this is our warrior two. Let's reverse the warrior here. So right arm will reach down towards your leg. The left arm will reach upward. And then coming back through our warrior two. Shifting into our side angle. So we can reach left elbow towards thigh. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And then back up, warrior two. From here, let's take arms to heart center. We're gonna pivot to face this direction. And then let's reach down towards the floor or block here for a moment, or floor or mat, excuse me. And we can lower the hips a little bit. And then we can take that back knee and just settle it down. There you go. So if you wanna add some padding, yeah. So with the back knee down, taking both hands on the inside of that left foot, just letting the left knee fall out a bit for a juicy hip stretch. Little lizard pose here. And then we're gonna shift towards your back leg as you straighten out your front knee a little bit. Finding that hamstring pull on the back of that left leg. Sometimes it feels nice just to do a little hip rotation, a little nerve glide with this. So if you wanna see how that feels, a little spinning that foot in and out a bit with the leg. Nice work. And then we can help that left leg underneath us, however it wants to get there. And we're tucking our toes and finding down dog. Breath in, breath out. Walking our feet forward towards our hands. Bending through the knees all the way up to standing. And sinking into our chair pose for a moment. And then folding forward. Taking a pause here. Again, knees can be soft. Bending the knees all the way up to standing. And arms to heart center. Stepping your left leg back, we'll find our warrior one. So left leg steps back. Back heel can be down, toes are out a bit. And then feel free to pick your arm position of choice with that front knee bent. Breathing in, breathing out. The humidity is great, isn't it, you guys? It's like a natural facial cleanse.
Right.
Yoga for sure. Then we're gonna spin left to find warrior two. And so now your right knee will be bent and your left knee will be straight. And then the left toes, yeah, you guys all got it, are facing that way, yeah. From our warrior two, let's reverse the warrior. So left arm can come down towards the leg, right arm reaches upward. And then back through to find warrior two. Let's find our side angle. Elbow towards thigh, or you can reach that arm downward. Left arm can reach up. Or if you want to make it that extended side angle, you can reach the left arm towards me a little bit more. And then coming back to warrior two. Arms to heart center, we'll pivot around this direction. And then we can reach down for the ground here, lowering your back knee. And then we're in our hip stretch, making our way into lizard stretch. So with that left leg behind, you take both hands on the inside of your right leg, letting your right knee fall out any amount. You get credit for thinking about it, even if it's not moving. Shift towards your back leg as you straighten out that front leg any amount. It's okay if it doesn't go all the way. Maybe taking a little wiggle of that leg if that feels good. And then we can help that right leg underneath you. And let's find a brief child's pose here. So just rocking your hips back. Mostly just a break to wipe the sweat. And then we'll make our way up to hands and knees, tucking toes and down dog. And walking our feet forward, bending through the knees all the way up. Taking a reach and arms to heart center. We're going to move into our balance here. And so as always, or as I mentioned at the beginning, you're welcome to grab something. We're going to root through your left leg and taking a lift with that right knee. So a little lift with your right knee. And then we can take your left hand towards right knee, and the right arm can reach out to the side. Yeah, you got it. I'm going to do opposite, so. Now feel free to hold this, or you can add a little twist towards the pool. And we're untwisting and coming back to 2 feet. Nice work. Yeah, that's a tough one. And if you're losing your balance, you can come in and out of it. Give it a try, whatever works. Rooting through your right leg now, we'll do the same thing. Lifting your left knee. Right hand towards left knee. You can stay here if you want to, or you can add the twist towards your left. Give everything a little shake. Let's face the pool. We'll take the wide edge of the mat. So just feet kind of wide, long edge of the mat. And then we'll take just a little inner thigh stretch here so we can bend the knees, reaching down for the ground. And then feel free to wiggle your feet apart to the distance that feels okay for you. And then we can bend the right knee and walk our hands towards the right foot, finding that inner thigh stretch on the left leg. And some of you may want to go all the way down. That's okay too. Take some pressure through your hands so that the right knee isn't scrunched up with a lot of pressure. And then leaning into your hands to help you, let's walk our way to the other side, towards the left. And then we're finding that inner thigh stretch on the right side. And then back towards center. Maybe it feels nice to kind of do a little moment here in the middle. And we'll make your way upright, nice and slow. Just roll on up. Give your head a chance to catch up. We've got one more little balance move we're going to throw in here. So finding our goddess pose, still facing that direction. So we're going to have toes out a bit, pressing your thighs outward. And then from here, we're going to pivot towards me with your leg behind you. And then, if you want to, you can try a little warrior 3 leg lift. And then we're gonna find the leg down, back to our goddess pose. You got it. So then we're gonna do the same thing, pivoting towards your right. So we pivot, and then a little leg lift as you'd like to. You can add your warrior 3 arms, airplane arms if you want. And then back to center. And so feel free to go back and forth at your pace. We'll do a couple more rounds so that you can just feel that pivot, that weight shift, finding your version of warrior 3 that you'd like to here. Nice work. One more time each side. Or our goddess pose, and let's just take a stretch upward and letting the arms float back down. Let's find the top edge of your mat. Awesome, you guys. Top edge of the mat, and we'll fold forward towards the ground here. Breathing in, breathing out, and then stepping back to a down dog. Good news, stretching is coming. And then we can lower the knees. Let's rock back for one more child's pose here. And then we can make our way from child's pose. However you want to get there, we're going to land in a seated position with your hands behind you. So sitting with your hands behind you and the fingertips facing your rear. Yeah. So we'll find a little tabletop here, and if this bothers your wrists or shoulders, you don't have to lift all the way. Maybe this is enough of a stretch for you, just kind of sitting tall here, or you can lift, pressing up out of your arms. And again, if that feels like it's a bit much, feel free to kind of come in and out of it. Explore sensations with it. And once we've had enough of that one, give the wrist a little shake. And let's make our way onto our back. From our back, we can hug your left knee to chest here. So left knee to chest, letting the right leg go out straight if that feels okay. And then maybe we want to draw that left knee across your body. So using your right hand, you can pull the leg across. Left arm can come out to the side. We'll just hold and stretch and breathe here for a little bit. center. Let's hug both knees to chest. Maybe a little side-to-side rock feels good here. And then we can keep hold of your right leg, and the left leg can go out straight. So hugging right knee to chest. And then if you'd like to, you can draw that right leg across your body with your left arm. And the right arm can come out to the side. We'll just hold here, breathing. Maybe we notice even a sense of relaxation as we hold it. Then feel free to unwind. From here, taking our butterfly stretch, feet together on the ground, knees wide. Tuning into just a little diaphragmatic breathing here. On the inhale, feeling the belly rise. On the exhale, feel the belly lower. Allowing gravity to do the work here so we don't have to actively try to press our legs down. It's working to relax the neck and the shoulders and the jaw. Then let's draw the knees inward. And you can take a full happy baby here or a half happy baby. So if you want to do a half happy baby, you're just reaching up to one arm, one leg. One arm reaches to one foot. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. And then just kind of reach that leg out to the side a little bit. Or you can take her full, either way. Or if you prefer any other stretch, that might feel good right now for you. And then we've got one more little rotation stretch we can do when you're ready. Just taking arms out to the sides with your knees bent and your feet on the mat. You can let your knees fall towards the right. And then as we're just resting here, trying to relax through the outer hip area, we can tune into our breath. Again, just kind of feeling the belly rise as you inhale or move outward as you inhale. The lower rib cage will expand. And then exhale, relax, release. bring our knees towards center and to the other side as you're ready. As you're ready, you can shift back to center. And then feel free to take any other stretches that might feel good to finish out your practice. Or maybe your body's just ready for Shavasana, where you get to just lay for a moment. You are welcome to have your knees bent or straight. You're welcome to be on your side or your belly if you prefer. We'll just bring our awareness back towards our breath, wherever we're at. Noticing, like we did at the beginning, a few breath cycles where maybe we just follow the air as it enters our deep nasal passages, fills our lungs, and then as it exits. Take a couple breaths just to follow the pathway of the air. Taking an opportunity then to do a little body scan, beginning with your head, your facial muscles, your jaw. I invite you just to see if you can direct a sense of relaxation to that area or those areas. Perhaps on each exhale, tuning in and releasing tension as you're able. Maybe even the area behind your eyes. And now let's shift our awareness towards the right side of the neck, the right shoulder, the right elbow, wrists and fingers, the whole right arm. Just feeling a sense of relaxation and heaviness in the whole right arm. And then shifting our awareness to the left neck, the left shoulder, elbow, wrist, and hand. The whole left arm. Heavy and relaxed. And now imagine a connection between the top of the spine and the tailbone. There is a connection, we don't have to imagine it. But in our mind's eye, we're going to trace a line from the top of the spine all the way down towards the tailbone, connecting all those parts mentally. Then shifting our awareness to the front side of your body, the chest, our abdominal organs, our inner organs. And we make our way towards the right hip now. The right hip, right knee, right ankle and foot. The whole right leg. sensing and relaxing the whole right leg. And then the left hip, left knee, left ankle and foot, the whole left leg, sensing and relaxing. And now I invite you to feel your whole body all connected, a vibrant, full body. Notice mentally how you're feeling in this moment. Letting go of judgment or expectation. As you feel ready, you are welcome to make your way over to a side of choice. And just take a breath on your side. We can mindfully make our way back upright to a seated position. And we started in a seated position today, so just kind of notice if you remember how it felt. I know in my body it felt pretty stiff at the beginning this morning. It feels a little better right now, so maybe you notice that difference. It's okay if you don't. As we close out our practice, let's just take an inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, and then taking arms to heart center, exhale. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.